Hey, good morning from the office. I'm your host, BKP. We are North Georgia's only live online morning show, 8 a.m. this morning. And got a lot going on. Show them how they can get in touch with us there. There's one of the banners on the bottom. LJ 64 degrees, a little cool where I'm at this morning. I have my teal. I went in and got, is this teal? Is this a teal shirt? I have my teal shirt on. I could not find, I like the way that slides in. I really like that. Good morning from the, I like the way you got that sliding in, but there's our email address, phone number, and DJ is on the phone right there. He's got it ready. So if you want to text the show or call the show and talk to him, tell him what you think about things or have something you want to report. That's also our 24-hour news line there on the bottom. Okay, I have my teal shirt on. Now, Sean Spicer, I'll show you in a minute. He took my lime green shirt with ruffles that I was going to wear this morning, and I go to it's gone. And next thing I know, I see that he's dancing with the stars. There's some things you just don't do. Some things you just don't do. Anyhow, get to that in a minute. Sports fans. Now, the continued smear of Kavanaugh. Now, the New York Times, there's some out there that say the New York Times did that on purpose. On purpose. But obviously, Democrat candidates are out there asking for impeachment without any facts. Kamala Harris said it was a sham. His whole appointment was a sham. No facts whatsoever. Just think if one of those candidates would become president and absolutely no facts. So I'll get to it in a minute, but I was thinking, what if one of those candidates would become president of the United States and something really serious came in the Oval Office with absolutely no facts behind it and they acted on it? Interesting. Just saying, just saying. Now, for sports fans out there, okay, we will get to the big, exciting things that you want to talk about today. I want to also, let's go to number 27 really quick. Put 27 up. Okay. Why is my computer running so slow this morning? Sean Spicer, Dancing with the Star debut. Judges say salsa did not quite sizzle. You just don't do it, Sean. You don't do it. This is the this is the original Trump administration press secretary. Some things you just don't do. I mean, can you not make some money? Could you not get a couple other things to supplement the income? You know what I mean? Sell Tupperware. I don't care. Go to door, sell makeup. I don't care. Have those little parties. Just some things you don't do. Now, for sports fans out there, we're going to start with this. We'll get into the big stuff, but for me, okay? So I am coming to you this morning where there's a little chill in the air. Oh, man, it was nice this morning when I came out. But we are in September, late September, and it's the perfect timing to do this, right? I enjoyed this yesterday, and I want to share it with you. You may not be interested, but Mariano Rivera, the Sandman. All right, give me number 28. 28, okay? Mariano Rivera becomes latest former pro athlete to receive Medal of Freedom from President Trump. This guy, if you're in October, okay, go back in the days. I mean, you got to the 8th inning. Yankees are in the 8th inning. It's October. It's a cold. Go to number 29 there. Give me number 29, the next one, okay? And it's a cold October night, and you're in Yankee Stadium, all right? And this happens. Give me the video there as Mariano Rivera walks in to receive the Medal of Freedom. freedom. Let's play that video and now wait a minute. Almost ready, DJ. I know I'm getting it, but get that video ready with Mariano Rivera. Yes, I want to play it. Okay. October, Yankee Stadium. It's cold at night. You have gloves on. You're freezing. You're playing, the Texas Rangers. It's the 8th inning, and you hear this start to play out of the bullpen. Let's play that, okay? Play that.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 45th President of the United States, accompanied by
number 42, Mariano Rivera. Number 42.
Thank you very much, everybody. The Sandman. My wife asked me, why the Sandman? Just tell me. Our First Lady. I said, because he put the batter to sleep, right? The Sandman. A lot of people don't know that, but the Yankee fans know that. We've watched it for a long time. Thank you all for coming. The First Lady and I are delighted to welcome you to the White House. Today we present our nation's highest civilian honor, the Presidential Medal of Freedom, to American baseball legend, maybe the greatest pitcher of all time. It's a big argument. Is he the greatest pitcher or the greatest reliever? Well, the reliever we won. But there's a real question. He may be the greatest pitcher in the history of baseball, Mariano Rivera. When you hear the stats, you'll understand exactly why I say that. Mariano, I want to congratulate you on this really extraordinary achievement. Thank you. And it's, on behalf of this whole country, thank you very much for the great job you've done. We're delighted to be joined.
So if you're in October, I know you're already bored maybe, but for me, if it's October and it's cold and you hear in that cool, crisp air in the Bronx, whoo, you hear it through the cool air, the echoes. Number 42, Mario, and Metallica starts playing. And you see this guy come in from the bullpen. Boom, lights out, the Sandman. So I wanted to start with that. I do not know why Nadler's on my screen right now, but I wanted to start out with that right there. You jumping the gun, want to talk about impeachment. I'm going to talk about impeachment in a minute. There you go. So, yes, Mariano Rivera, I had to start with that. All right, folks. So, last night, the President of the United States, we'll get into this a little bit. The President of the United States held a rally in New Mexico. New Mexico, where Hillary Clinton stomped the old boy, Trump. And the media is telling you that. Give me number one there. There's President Trump in New Mexico. The place is packed. All right. And he's out there where he lost by 8 points. The media completely, I mean, okay, we got to say it. The hashtag deep state corrupt corporate corrupt media. Corporate goes first. Hashtag deep state corporate corrupt media will always let you know today. Every report today on the New Mexico rally starting at 4 a.m. with CNN that it is a state that Hillary Clinton carried by 8 points. What the hell are you doing here, Donald? Nobody invited you. Look at these people. They invited him. Number 4. Give me number 4 here quickly. And let's go there. This is outside the rally. See, you know, when Trump stands up there and says, we have thousands. Now, it looks like there's almost as many outside of this New Mexico rally last night for the president, which he lost New Mexico by 8 points. I want to carry it like, you know, the rest of the media. I don't want to mess up, right? But anyhow, when he talks about outside the rally, okay, waiting outside, looks like as many people, look at the crowd as far as you can see outside of this rally. And then DJ, I want to switch to another one. Let's go to number 5. Okay. They're salivating this morning over, there you go. There's the picture of Warren's rally last night in New York City, where people wandered in the park. Now, in the front right here, if you will see in the front, right in that area where the big columns are that say Warren and the flag, that looks about as many that are outside. Let's go back to number 4 just to show it, because, hey, wow, how did we work this out? We're talking Sean Spicer. Sean Spicer is a guy who came out and said the inauguration was the largest crowd ever. And then look outside the rally, number 4. Number 4, look outside. Now flip back to 5, okay? And we'll talk about that in just a minute, where the rally for Elizabeth Warren last night was taking place. And so there you go. Now, a couple other things. GM is still on strike. We'll talk about that. Number 7, the guy with the diaper on his head, the president of Iran, Rouhani, is that his name? Rouhani, he said, you know what? I will not meet with Trump. We're not interested. Huh. How did they get the upper hand? How did Iran get the upper hand in everything? Oh, I know. The media. So Trump's looking at him like, I'll knock that damn diaper off your head. I know. I just always have to look at that picture and say that. So Kavanaugh, give me number 16 really quick. The Post, this is a headline from the Post. We got some more stuff here on this. But headline from the Post. New York Times corrects stories detailing misconduct claim against Brett Kavanaugh. That's from the Post this morning. Now, there's several saying that the Times knew they were totally wrong. Completely new. Number 18, give me this here. We'll drill down a little bit on that in just a minute. Kavanaugh book co-authors say New York Times editors cut key detail about alleged victim not remembering the assault. The key detail is she didn't remember it. The alleged victim doesn't remember a thing. Maybe she was drunk at the party. I'm going to try to refrain from all the little childish things I said yesterday. And let's not forget, we cannot talk about Kavanaugh without number 14, the actual lady that invented the whole thing, Dianne Feinstein, the senator. I think, what is she, 81, 82? Hey, Dianne, you got the money, man. You know, do a little work there. She's what, 82? She's the lady that invented or made up. It's not invent. If you invent, you have something made up. And here is the lady number 58. Let's go to 58 really quick. She's going to enter articles of impeachment. Okay. She's going to enter articles impeachment today, or not enter. She's going to enter. What is she going to enter? Presley. She doesn't need any facts at all. Here's what she's a congresswoman from Massachusetts. She's one of the squad. Remember the squad? We can't forget Rashid Tlaib, right? Ian Omar and AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and Presley. Well, you know, she's thinking, I've not been in the news in a while, so I'll just take this fabricated story and I'll enter a piece of legislation that says we want to start impeachment against this guy or whatever you got to do. So there's some of the things going on. Let me throw one more up here. Now, I want to talk about, okay, I'm going to flip through some pictures. The 6th District of Georgia, I want to do a little on that every single day from here on out now. I'm going to get a little more focused on some local elections and some things going on. So we'll do it in a segment. And national viewers, we're trying to take back the House of Representatives. I hope so. Okay. Let's put up number 20 for a minute there, DJ. That's Lucy McBath. Okay. And some of my Republican friends in Georgia really get upset when I say this, but I can't help it. I have followed this other candidate all the way back from the time she was appointed to Secretary of State. Okay. Appointed. All right. And this other candidate, not Lucy McBath, but stay on her picture, number 20 there. But here is the Congresswoman from the 6th District of Georgia that we have to get rid of. This is our congressional example across the United States that we can win back. All right. We can win back the House of Representatives. And when we do, I mean, there's so many things that are just have to come into play. You know, you're juggling in the air and everything has to line up. Do you want our Congressman Doug Collins in the 9th District of Georgia to be the next senator of Georgia? I, for one, am like here. Okay, what are you? What say you? Because I really don't want him to be. I would really like for Congressman Doug Collins to stay put. I would like for us to win back the House of Representatives, and I would like to do everything we can to push for Doug Collins to be Speaker of the House. Yes, to take the gap. I would like to see Nancy Pelosi leave Lucy McBath up because this is our reminder of what we have to do out there. Because I would love to see Nancy Pelosi have to hand the gavel, okay, to Doug Collins as the next Speaker of the House. I would love it. I may get an invite. I'm going to try. But if he goes to the Senate, then we're going to have an election in the 9th District, and then we don't know who will be the next congressman. So all that into play. Now, for all those out there that love Jim Jordan, I get it. But there's Lucy McBath, who actually just took the 6th District. And Democrats always talk about what happened in 2018, and we know the candidate that she took it from right here. Let's go to, I thought I had it up there where I wanted it. So let's go to, hold on there, DJ. I had it right there. Yeah, number 21. Let's go to 21. Okay. So this is Karen Handel. This is where I get in trouble because Karen Handel is a terrible candidate. Terrible candidate. And she thinks, once again, the 6th District wants to see her under the guise of a Republican. This is not the Republican we want to send. So we're going to talk about the 6th District and why, you know, I'm going to talk a little bit of why I think she's a terrible candidate, and Republicans have to find a good candidate, and there are some candidates in the 6th District. But let's go to number 20. 20 is our poster child, the woman that wants to tear guns, wants to put red flag laws in place. Okay. Number 20 there, Lucy McBath. Okay. And anyhow, nice warm cup of coffee. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. We're going to take a brief time out. We're going to be back right after these messages and get into several more things. I want to go into maybe the New Mexico rally last night in Elizabeth Warren and how the media is pushing Warren. We know they're anti-Trump, and we talked about all the things yesterday. It's to vote against Trump. So right now, but wait a minute, I'm not contradicting myself, obviously. You know, I would not do that. But yesterday I said, yes, the media has made a decision. Well, they know it, that they don't have anybody to vote for. But now the Democrat primary is coming up. So they're working on somebody for you to vote for in the Democrat primary. But they know whoever gets the nominee, whoever gets the nomination, whoever the nominee is, let me get this straight, gets the nomination, can't be Trump. They know that. They got to get you to vote against him. I'm your host, BKP. We'll be right back. We're going to break that down in just a minute. Take us to break.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
The summer truck event is here at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. So come get a payload of savings on Georgia's favorite trucks, like over $11,000 off new Silverado crew cabs, or more than $6,000 off Colorado crew cabs. Every Chevy truck and SUV is discounted for this special event. Don't miss out. The summer truck event at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevy trucks always cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. There you go. There's the phone number, 706-889-9700. If you want to call the show or text the show, DJ's waiting there to hear from you, whatever you think, and all the ways to follow us on social media. Now, a little cool this morning where I'm at. I don't know about you. A little cool out there. And you know, I just gonna make a quick note. Most of our viewers, if you're new, if you're a new viewer this morning, we bring you right in. We accept you as family immediately. Thank you for watching, and don't hesitate to let me know what you think through email or the phone number. But you know, I'm just gonna say it briefly. But yesterday I had a 6-hour. Yesterday, I had a 6-hour day through the hospital with some doctor's appointments with my family member. And I tell you what, in the last 6 weeks, I have really learned a lot about our hospitals, especially this mega hospital up here in the Northeast that we're going to almost every day, and the our healthcare system. Wow, am I learning a lot about our healthcare system? And I'm just going to share with you, obviously, I'm also learning about how our senior citizens are getting treated. Okay, I mean, I'm actually staying in I'm not staying in a senior citizen home, I'm staying in a home with senior citizens. The phone rings off the hook. Now, I guess I ought to say it, right? Mom and dad, right? The phone rings off the hook here with telemarketing scams. I call them scams. Pharmaceutical this, medical that. It never stops. Mom and dad still have the landline. All right. I have not had a landline phone in 10 years. I'll just say it like that, I guess. I don't know. But they still have the landline. And I tell you what, I did not realize how bad they focus in on senior citizens. And when I hear stories, and I just want to say this, you should check. We should do a little more on that and protecting our seniors, because, when you hear stories about scams and how seniors are taken advantage of, and sometimes you wonder, how does that happen? I mean, mom and dad always put it like this. All right. I'm a candid person. Mom and dad always had it together, they were always on top of their game. So how does that happen? Just telling you, it happens. All right. I see the way that they put it together. Anyhow, let's see what we have going on this morning. Now, I'm your host, BKP. I want to go to number 9, just really quick. I want to do this because we talked about, and I just want to put it out there one more time. All right. Actually, if you're new to the show, my sister, which is on this Northampton County Republican Committee, I said it yesterday, I'm going to say it again. Go to Reuters and type in 4 counties. I think it's 4 counties in America that Reuters has done an in-depth study and report on, that they feel will be, like Maricopa County in Arizona, but the 4 counties in the United States that they feel are crucial to President Trump's reelection. And Northampton County, Pennsylvania is just that. I've gone through the details before. I think I'm going to have Lee, the chairman of the Republican Party here Thursday. I'm going to talk to her, try to get her right here at the curvy table. That's what we have, the curvy table. But she is the chairperson, Gloria Lee Snover there, of the Northampton County Republican Committee, and the 2019 Chairman's Dinner, which is Thursday, October 10th, and I will be in attendance for that at the historic Hotel Bethlehem. Their speaker will be Congressman Doug Collins. And the reason I put this up, if you're in Georgia, this is what America thinks of our congressman. I mean, that's where he's at, because I'm going to tell you, I know in the 9th district, as we go to Republican Party meetings here and Republican Party meetings there, that when we go to these different things, all right, I don't want to say we take for granted, but we know our congressman. And that's one thing I'm going to give another shout out. Our Congressman Doug Collins, is he's the kind of congressman, we know him in the district. If you don't know him in the district, the 9th district, you're not getting involved, because if you do, congressman, you'll get to know him. America likes this guy. And I mean, they sent him a message from Northampton here, asked him to be their speaker, and their committee and everybody here is all excited that he's going to be their speaker. So excited about that. Going to get Lee here on the show here in the next day or two. Go ahead and take that down to talk about the Chairman's Dinner and let you hear a perspective from 850 miles away, if you're in LJ, Georgia, of what people think of Congressman Doug Collins. One more time, I know I get messages sometimes say, you get more done if you wouldn't repeat yourself. I personally don't want Congressman Collins to be our senator. Now, would I be upset if Georgia Governor Brian Kemp comes out tomorrow and says, hey, I'm going to appoint Congressman Doug Collins. I'm going to be on board 100%. Okay. And then I'm going to start helping what I could do, the 9th District of Georgia, find a new congressman, a conservative congressman to fill his shoes. But I would like to see Doug Collins as Speaker of the House. My point, 66 degrees there, 8:30. Let's move along. So let's do this. Let's go to really quickly. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time, but let's read the New York Times clips that we did yesterday. Now, Brett Kavanaugh, remember, let's just go with number 10. Okay. Let's start with 10, and we're going to go through 10 through 13, and I'll move you right along when I'm ready. Okay. So we're going to go 10, 11, 12, 13, and I'll let you know. So Brett Kavanaugh, okay, is Supreme Court Justice of the United States of America. Period. Okay. Elena Kagan. This is going to be bad. We have 9 of them. Let's just try it. We have Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Memory, help me. Ruth Bader Ginsburg, it's 1. Okay. We've got Elena Kagan, that's 1. Soda my ass. Soda my R. Sorry, that was wrong. That's 3. Soda my R. Okay, that's 3. Neil Gorsuch. Okay. Neil Gorsuch. Samuel Alito. I got 5 so far. Okay, 5. Okay. Samuel Alito. Neil Gorsuch, Samuel Alito. Brett Kavanaugh, 6. I got 3 more to get. John Roberts, that has been compromised more than how many times? So I got Samuel Alito, John Roberts, that's been compromised. I've got Clarence Thomas. Is David Souter still on the bench? If he's still on the bench, I may have it. So let's go. I got to do this. I don't care. It's going to take a minute. I just got to do it for myself. Let's go to the Supreme Court. Let's go to it real quick. Supreme Court of the United States. Let's see who they are. Okay. Really quickly. Come on, man. Who's on the Supreme Court? Really quickly. Who's on there? Man, come on. I know. You're going to say, really? That's what you're taking time to do? Let's see who's on the court. I am in so much trouble from you guys now. All right, let's see if I got him. I just want to do it for myself. David Souter, is he on there? Is that him? Front row, left to right. Justice. Now, Stephen. Souter's gone. Justice Stephen Breyer. Crap, I missed that one. I got everybody else's Breyer. All right, now that I've wasted your time and you're wondering why you're still tuned in. Number 10, Brett Kavanaugh. Okay. So he has a wife, 2 little girls. First of all, I'm not going to go too deep, but you have to get real at what's going on in this country. First of all, this is a family. You're going to say, seriously, this is where you're going? I'm going to tell you. This is a family, okay? This is a family unit. This is identified as a family. Now, we're working so hard in this country not only to uphold Roe v. Wade with Brett Kavanaugh, we're also working very hard in this country. A lot of people are working like you would not believe to determine what a unit is, what a family unit looks like, who we are. I'm not joking. We're going to get into that. So first of all, let's look at this. Brett Kavanaugh is a man. I know you're silly. I'm silly. No, he's a man married to a woman, has 2 little girls. He's a daddy, goes home at night, reads to the little girls, coaches their basketball team, does charity work in the community, right? Boom. Supreme Court Justice, possibly believes in the sanctity of life, and they all have fear that he will rule against the LGBTQF, F is for flamers, and the Roe v. Wade. So they had to squash everything about this guy. Everything. See, sometimes, I don't want to say you get confused. Sometimes you think this is about Roe v. Wade. Got it. Sometimes you think this is about the LGBTQ community. Got it. But this is about everything Brett Kavanaugh looks like, acts like, represents, and could make a difference in America. Your pronoun. Okay. A classmate, Max Settler, saw Mr. Kavanaugh with his pants down at a different drunken dorm party, a different one, not the one down the hall, where friends pushed his penis into the hand of a female student. That's what, see, New York Times has this out here. Doesn't matter his wife, doesn't matter about women, doesn't matter about the two little girls that can grow up and be anything they want in the United States of America. We're going to tear this man down for every single possible thing he could stand for that we're trying to destroy. Because what did Trump say last night at the rally? They try to bully you and do everything they can to destroy you. So, number 11, at least 7 people, including Miss Ramirez's mother, heard about the Yale incident long before Mr. Kavanaugh was a federal judge. Her mother, several people heard. Okay? Now, we did this yesterday, but I'm telling you right now, if you think this campaign in 2020 will not be the nastiest, ugliest campaign you've ever been a part of or asked to vote for. Number 12. Give me 12. We corroborated the story with 2 officials who have communicated with Mr. Steyer. Is that his name, Steyer? The female student declined to be interviewed, and friends say she does not recall the episode. Does not recall. Interesting. Mr. Steyer, yes, Steyer. Mr. Steyer, who runs that's number 13. Let's go to 13. Mr. Steyer, who runs a nonprofit organization in Washington, notified senators and the FBI about this account. Now, remember, the account is only alleged. The account is only something they've heard. The account is where the alleged victim doesn't even remember this ever happening. But the FBI did not investigate Mr. Steyer, who declined to discuss it publicly. So, how many clips here in this article does the New York Times identify Steyer? But he won't come out in public, declined to discuss in public. So what did he do? He called the FBI and said, you know, we heard about this in college and there's an alleged victim, but she don't remember it. Could you look into it? What am I looking into? Something somebody heard around, the dorm room or the cafeteria, the college cafeteria the next morning, possibly happened at a drunken party. So last night in New Mexico, all right, President Trump, and look to the video where President Trump calls out the New York Times reporters behind latest Kavanaugh hit piece. Let's play what President Trump said last night about the New York Times while in New Mexico last night.
They're calling for his impeachment to demean you, to libel you. They try to blacklist, coerce, cancel, or destroy anyone who gets in their way. Look at what they're doing today to Justice Kavanaugh. Look at what they're doing. Did you see the New York Times? did you see what they're doing? Did you see what Democrats? They're calling for his resignation. They're calling for his impeachment. And the woman involved said she didn't know anything. She does, but they still. So the New York Times had to put out a major apology, and they had to change their story. The woman said, I don't remember that. Okay, believe? And they still want him to be impeached. And I just put out a statement, and he's a great man, by the way, great talent, a great, brilliant man, Brett Kavanaugh. And I just put out a statement on social media that said, I don't think they'll do it, but they should for the good of the nation. I call for the resignation of everybody at the New York Times involved in the Kavanaugh smear story.
Okay, I agree 100% with the president, okay? I think the Kavanaugh smear story, everybody at the New York Times, we should call for their resignation. Absolutely. Now, let me just say this, okay? The New York Times is this amazing big building in New York City, right? It is interesting when when I say hashtag deep state corporate corrupt media, I think we all should be hashtagging that. Because when fetchyournews.com, now this is an opinion show. Are we clear? Opinion, with an echo. This is my opinion, 2 hours a day, okay? If you will go to fetchyournews.com right now, and you will click through all of the counties, we have Rabun County, White County, flip over to Lumpkin, back over to Fannin, Gilmer. If you will click on all of the counties on our website, two in North Carolina, and you start reading the articles from our reporters, okay, we do a better job, or we actually do our job where the New York Times, I mean, we're a small network and we're growing rapidly every day. We're an online news network. I am the CEO of fetchyournews.com. This is an opinion show. So this does not bleed into our reporters' stories, okay? It's interesting, a small online news network like us, if you will go read our stories throughout the day, we do the job of fact checking. We do the job of corroborating our source. We don't take four alleged, pieces and put together and make up a story. We will hold stories, and we will hold stories that some think need to be out there now because we can't fit the one or two pieces in that we feel good about putting our name on. We had a story 2 weeks ago. We put the story out. The story was very accurate. It was accurate, but an individual called and said, you know what? The way the story is written, 1, 2, 3, boom, boom, boom. I went back and I said, I agreed. We put the story back out and removed some very graphic facts from the story. That I will say. That's who we are. But the New York Times, wow. So let me flip through here. There's a couple more I had on Brett Kavanaugh. Don't forget number 14. This lady lied, okay? So bad. Christine Blasey Ford, okay? Number 16, New York Post. New York Times correct story detailing misconduct claim against Brett Kavanaugh. Now, the story's out there, okay? The story is out there. Who is picking up it's being retracted? It is out there. Done, okay? Let me go with this. Number 18, Kavanaugh book co-author, right? I put this up. It says New York Times editor's cut key. The book's authors, okay? This is a fiction. This book is fiction, okay? People want to be in the book. People are trying to remember their college days or whatever the case may be. But this book is nothing but garbage, trash, period, about a good Supreme Court justice. All right. New York Times, they left out the key detail about the alleged victim not remembering the assault. That was the president said last night. Now, I want to run through a couple more here, DJ, before we close out. But I was thinking about this morning. Do I go back? Okay. Do I go back and look a little further into Kavanaugh this morning or let it go? Because the interesting thing I find is the media. I got up this morning, 4 a.m., okay, from the rally last night. All right, let's just go from the rally. This is part of it. Number 34, radical Dems want to demolish everything. And the New York Times is helping, and ABC is helping, CBS, NBC, MSNBC, the list goes on. Washington Post, they are helping. San Francisco Times or whatever they are. They want to demolish everything, okay? Number 35, Kamala Harris. You know, okay, for the good of the country, when will any of these candidates actually say the right thing for the good of the country? Now, Amy, if a candidate has said the right thing, the Democrat candidates, for the good of the country, then they're off the stage. They're no longer candidates. They get rid of them immediately. Amy Klobuchar, which I would not vote for, from Minnesota, senator from Minnesota, has actually said a couple things for the good of the country. She is pushed way aside. The others are just I said this the other day, and I know you might not like the way I use it, but they're just throwing feces from the cage. Well, if you can say children in the cages, okay, they're in the Democrat cage and they're just throwing feces to see what will stick on the wall. Now, Biden is deep state, and they got him up here. Warren, trying to run a popular campaign that she'll bring down Wall Street and collapse everything and give you free health care. And every time you get the sniffles, you can go sit in the waiting room somewhere because it'll be free. But if you need a triple bypass surgery, you're going to have to get on an 8-month list. All right. And then you got Bernie Sanders that is, combing his hair, as Candace would say, combing his hair with a balloon, and he's the angry Jew flailing his hands and everything like that, and wants you to know, I wrote the damn bill. But last night, number 35, Kamala Harris is one of the feces throwers. She's a real fastball with it. Calls Kavanaugh's nomination a sham. It was a sham. Shimmy sham. It was this is ridiculous. Last night, the Rachel Maddow show, it was a sham is what it was. Just because the gals and girls said that he might have smacked him on the rump and throwed his ding-a-ling around at a college drunken party. I'm sorry, I was going to try not to do that today, but this is the ridiculous stuff that we're hearing. Now, Francis, he got into it, number 36, and the media feels we ought to hear from Francis. Number 36, O'Rourke, Kavanaugh should step down immediately or be impeached. I don't care if he's done nothing. I do not care. I don't care if we have no facts whatsoever. That's the way I will be president. All Democrats. I will not wait for facts on anything whatsoever to make my decision to move forward on asking somebody like that. Now, a couple more here, and we're going to flip the script. Is that what the kids are still saying? I don't know if they're saying it or not. 41, number 41, Nadler. Judiciary too busy impeaching Trump to focus on Kavanaugh claims. Whoa. Too busy. I am convinced out in New Mexico, that crowd, I'm convinced from sea to shining sea, even in areas of California where Trump is going to be in the next 2 days doing fundraising. What do you say about that? I'm convinced from sea to shining sea that the American people that are still grounded, the American people that are still, they're not wearing they've not been probed by a UFO, are saying, what are we impeaching him for? Okay? I'm serious. So let's do here. Number 42, Nadler on Kavanaugh. We have our hands full with impeaching the president right now. That was number 42. We got our hands full with impeaching the president. We'll get into that in just a minute. Number 43, Nadler on Kavanaugh. Frankly, we are concentrating our resources on determining whether to impeach Trump. Now, 1 minute they're determining whether to, the next minute they're busy impeaching him. 44, let's go with 44, Nadler. Nadler is the chairman, Gerard from New York, the little bullfrog there, is the chairman of the House Judiciary Committee, which Doug Collins, our congressman, is the ranking Republican. The jurisdiction we have with respect to sitting Supreme Court nominee is, did he lie to the Senate? Did he lie to the Senate? Did he lie? That's what we got to find out. So number 45, Presley to introduce a resolution, number 45, Presley to introduce a resolution to open impeachment inquiry against Kavanaugh. Now, we don't need any facts, just like Trump. We need nothing. We need nothing at all in facts. And number 58 is Presley. Go ahead and put her up there. She's number 58. That's her. Massachusetts Congresswoman, one of the squad. No facts needed to go ahead and get this impeachment thing going. So go back to 45. All right. And let me see what else I have on this. If I do. Already pulled those up. Wait just a second. I'm sorry. I better go backwards here, right? Let's see. I want to see if CNN had something this morning. All right. MSNBC, they had some clips, and I like to show you what I call the little bylines there. MSNBC this morning, as you can see in the corner, 2:08 Pacific time, so 5 a.m. right out of the box. Number 48. Number 48, Trump. The New York Times is dead. Dead. Now I'm going to say right now, this is my chance to say, folks, fetchyournews.com, fastest growing online news network in Western North Carolina and North Georgia. Fastest growing. Why? Because our reporters actually present stories with facts that are accurate in stories that you want to hear and see. I'm your host, BKP. Kavanaugh, you got to remember, Kavanaugh encompasses everything. That's the takeaway. You're going to hear today, and you heard last night, the New York Times did it on purpose to get Kavanaugh. Now, I said it yesterday before we go to break here, DJ. I said it yesterday, right? Kavanaugh, right, is hold on, just I lost my train of thought. All right. Kavanaugh, suburban white women, right? Suburban white women. Yes. They're trying to push the suburbs because I'll tell you this, the North Carolina 9th District and all of their research that they say they have, okay, internal polling and everything, is they're gaining votes, the Democrats, in suburbs that have been Republican, and they're gaining with suburban white women. But they won't tell you that, believe it or not, rural America is growing also in their vote. So what I want to say here is Kavanaugh represents everything. Family, identity, you name it. Every single thing they hate is all turned into Kavanaugh, man, woman, children, LGBTQ community, Roe v. Wade. It's all in there. We're going to talk about it when we return. I'm going to take a little break here, and we'll be right back. And I want to do what I'm talking about. I'm going to go a little different direction when we return. Okay? Take us a break.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellijay, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge, we have your new house in stock.
The summer truck event is here at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. So come get a payload of savings on Georgia's favorite trucks, like over $11,000 off new Silverado crew cabs, or more than $6,000 off Colorado crew cabs. Every Chevy truck and SUV is discounted for this special event. Don't miss out. The summer truck event at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevy trucks always cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in Ellijay, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. There's our phone number. North Georgia's only live online morning show. Text us, call us, follow us on social media. Bada bing, bada boom, right? All right, now, so we've talked about Kavanaugh. I would really like to, how do I put this? There's a lot of grandparents. Let's just say, let's work with 65 and older right now, okay? Parents, when, you know, some things have not changed, and they just have not changed. They're not going to change generationally. We send kids off to school. When they come home, we ask the question, what'd you do today in school? Right? Period. We hope, you know, we have so many self-help books as parents. We went through a phase in this country where, you know, make kids your friend. And then you realize, wait a minute, I better be a parent first. Okay. So we've gone through all that. We've had all the child psychology books out there for parenting. And we hope we have maintained the relationship with our children that when they get home from school, they say, yes, this is what happened today. And you'll never guess what happened in science class. Okay. What we used to think was Jimmy stood up and changed his pronoun in the middle of science class. Look at me. You think I've lost my damn mind? You don't know. So through generations, you know, all of them, we came home as kids, and we were not exactly honest with mom and dad what happened today in school. Obviously, we kept the highlight points, but some things, it was in that kid world that you did not know about. So as things have changed over the years, you think your little Billy is going to school. You pat him on his head, and and he's going to school and everything's good there, and he comes home and he's still little Billy. Little do you know, in school, the kids see things a different way. Now, we've talked about Kavanaugh, all right? If you would take the time and see what's going on, if you're 65 and older, you would be blown away with what's happening with a 10-year-old kid in school today, 10 to 15 in that area right now. Your grandchildren, you would be blown away. You have beautiful grandchildren, you go pat them on the head, they're still playing baseball, they're in the school play, and you pat them on the head, and you go home, and you have no idea that everybody in school now is bi. I sit down with a very intellectual young man. I was amazed by this young man, 15 years old in high school, Saturday. He said, everybody's bi. And everybody, they want you now to ask, what's your pronoun? I'm serious as can be. And I was blown away. I'm sitting here Saturday at the kitchen table, and this young man and I happen to be my nephew. I'll put it out there. My nephew, and we're sitting there, and he is describing to me transgenders in school, and everybody is bi. And he said, all the kids are trying things. Now, I know you're wondering this morning why I'm going into this, because you hear Second Amendment guns, and they're going to take your guns, okay? I'm with you, all right? Pro Second Amendment, right? And yes, Beto O'Rourke said it. Now, what did I tell you yesterday, right? I said, don't get mad at Francis for telling the truth. Number 19. Give me number 19, right? I said to you yesterday on the show, hell yes, we're coming. We're going to take your AR-15. Francis there, right? And I like that. Cindy said it Friday. I was watching the show, and I actually spit coffee out when I'm always looking at Beto, and he's giving it that, and I'm like, what the hell is that? And then Cindy framed it for me on the All-Star panel. It's like he's riding a bucking bronco. I was like, oh my God, that was awesome. It's like he's at the rodeo. I can't do it anymore. Anyhow, this guy's a real whack job. But don't get mad at Francis for telling the truth. All Democrats are coming, and they're upset. They're through the roof that he let it out. It's like they got together and said, why did he say it? We made an agreement within the corruption of the Democrat Party that we wouldn't say it. We made an agreement within the Democrat Party that we would always say, we protect your right to hunt, and put a deer in the freezer. You're crazy if you think we're here to take your gun. And Francis jumped out and threw it out there. We're going to take them. So that being said, you get all worked up over that. Leave that up. You get worked up. Boom, 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 boom. But if I told you your grandchildren don't know what the hell they are, a boy or a girl. Well, I was just over the kid's house the other day, and their little boy was doing this, little girl was doing this. They look like a boy and girl to me. Yes, till they get off the school bus and go into the federal state run communist school system, the institutions that we put together, and they go in those doors and they buzz behind them and lock, and everybody's bisexual. They're all bi. And the kids are now being taught, what's your pronoun? Now, what that's got to do with Kavanaugh is because Kavanaugh encompasses every single thing, family, every single thing that they hate, the evil people hate. So I pulled this. You have to read pretty fast with this. It's hard. I should. How far was it froze? All right. Sorry about that, folks. My camera froze on this end. It's not in the studio. And DJ says we're back. So, okay. So, anyhow, I don't know how far to go back, but so I'm telling you, right? Kids are getting off the school bus, coming in. But I was listening to music one Saturday night, and I came across this song, and I said, hey, that's a pretty nice song. And I told somebody the next day, I said, I was listening to this song and seemed okay, not too bad. I don't know who it is. And the person said, well, you do know the person's gay. I said, I don't know nothing about it. Okay, I was just listening to a song. Well, this morning I found on the internet that this individual, this singer, has put out a statement about, what is it, binary or whatever. Play. You got to read this. This got a little audio behind it, but you got to read this very quickly, folks. So don't play that one if you have it ready for me. You know which one I want. And you got to read this. I'm setting it up. So go ahead and run that, and then we'll talk about it. Identifies as non-binary, right? Is that what it is? Sam Smith. Now, just Sunday, I was sitting down with a 15-year-old young man in high school that told me everything about this. Said everybody in school is bi. Not my grandkids, I'll tell you. Huh? Okay. I'm not getting in it. I understand I'm touching the third rail. I'm a good mom and a good dad. I know what my kids do. I go through their book bag. Okay, I get it. I mean, hell, you think I didn't lie to mom and dad? What is that in your bag? Parsley, Mom. No, cool. This is parsley. We got to take our own seasoning to the cafeteria. You understand? So I came across this morning, and it's on the Gateway Pundit. I know you probably don't like that I even go to the Gateway Pundit, but that's where it is. And he identifies also as a feminist. And I'm hearing that this is it in schools. It's happening everywhere. So I went to look up, all right, let's go to, and we're going to get to the rally, I promise, in just a minute. But I had, where's the whole, there it is. Give me number 15. Okay, number 15 used to be called gender queer. Okay, non-binary is of gender identities that are not exclusively masculine or exclusively feminine. Identities that are outside the gender binary. Gender queer is an early term with the same meaning, originating from queer in the 80s. Okay, so zines, right? Queer zines, I guess, of the 80s. I just want to say Folks, you get bent out of shape about your AR-15. I get it. I defend your right. You go and get bent out of shape about so many things. But I'm going to tell you something. When you say make America great again, you better look back 15. You better look forward and go to your kids and push that 15 years back here that are getting ready to grow up. And when they grow up, there is a major effort by Board of Educations all across this country, major effort by state all across this country. What's your pronoun? What the hell's wrong with you damn people? What's your pronoun? My God. Let's take a quick break. I just wanted to do that because I'm telling you, Kavanaugh encompasses everything. I'll take a quick break, come back. We're going to talk about the 6th District of Georgia and wrap up the show with impeachment and the rally last night and the enormous crowd for Elizabeth Warren. Take us to the short break. Let's go short break.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellijay, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
And we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. I'm going to adjust the lighting a little bit in the morning. It's not too bad. DJ, I look like an airline, bringing in a plane, giving you the high sign. All right, so sorry about the last segment. My camera froze here. It was running well on the other side, and I want to appreciate DJ for giving me a heads up that the camera froze. Now, 6th District of Georgia. And I put up what I call the poster child, okay, from the 6th district and of Democrats all across the United States. Red flag laws, want to take our guns, radical lefty Democrat right there. Number 20, Lucy McBath, all right? And I read an article. I was on the AJC. It's number 21. I think the next one, right, is 20. Number 20, Lucy McBath. I'm sorry there. Lucy McBath is the current congresswoman from the 6th district of Georgia. It goes all the way back to Newt Gingrich. I think the 6th district, I'm just flying it out here. I think it goes all the way back to Johnny Isakson, maybe, the senator that just retired in Georgia. And Newt Gingrich had the seat for years. And then it moved to Tom Price, Congressman Tom Price. They're a Republican. And then we got it over into that Lucy McBath is there. And then we got it over into number 21's hands. We got Karen Handel's hands. And as soon as Karen Handel got a hold of it, she screwed it up. I know. Excuse me. I got a little snack going during the break, and it's very rude. So this is the AJC, and this is on September 12th. I know we're on the 17th, but leave number 21 up there, Karen Handel. Karen Handel on Donald Trump's popularity in the 6th district from the AJC, Jim Galloway. Boom, boom, boom. The dialogue, guns. The dialogue was relatively tame. Guns and impeachment may be the hot topics in Washington this week, with U.S. Representative Lucy McBath, I just showed you, playing a key role in both debates, but neither subject came up in the podcast, nor did Handel mention Republican rivals, as State Senator Brandon Beach, we'll show you in a minute, from Alpharetta, businesswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, at least by name. Handel, who lost to McBath, that's number 21, she's a terrible candidate, lost to McBath last November, appeared to rule herself out as someone likely to be picked by Brian Kemp. So she knows she's not going to be picked by Brian Kemp to replace Johnny Isakson. But Handel did talk about her loss to McBath last November. So this is what Handel says. I was outspent 10-1. Really? That's what you said? That is swimming against the current there. Terrible candidate. Excuses. So that was very, very difficult. Secondly, we as Republicans need to be honest with ourselves. The Democrats simply beat us from a ground game turnout perspective in 2018. Now, take a minute in your research time and see how the numbers lined up with Karen Handel and Lucy McBath in 2018. All right? And she's going to tell you she was outspent. And she was going to tell you the numbers for Democrats simply beat us from ground game turnout in 2018. Now, listen to this, Karen Handel. Keep her picture up there, number 21. Probably, to me, a terrible candidate. I know she doesn't like me. I understand it. I get it, okay? She's going to tell you the ground game in 2018. She does not look back at the special election. Remember, Tom Price was picked as HHS secretary, left the 6th district open, and Handel won against who? John Ossoff in what? The most expensive congressional campaign in history, okay? So Handel went up against a Democrat. The DCCC wanted to flip that seat so bad. Most expensive congressional campaign in history she went up against, and she won. And not because she's a great candidate, and not because John Ossoff was terrible, which we know, but I tell you what, Now to flip that 2018, she was outspent, and the excitement. There has not been in this country, to my opinion, as much excitement about a congressional seat as the 6th when John Ossoff ran by Democrats. Democrats came out as hard as they could. So anyhow, here's where we get. There were some 200,000 statewide hard Republicans that were Trump supporters. Now listen to this. They voted in 2016 that did not come out in 2018, and that was just a function of resources being put to the ground game to turn out people, and it just wasn't there. It wasn't there in Metro Atlanta. You are so wrong. You are a terrible candidate. Did I say that? You missed your shot. Don't forget, people in the 6th District, Karen Handel, the lady on the screen, turned against Donald Trump. Here she is in an interview, September 12th, that came out, I guess just 5 days ago, telling people that, one, she was outspent. Well, why didn't you raise enough money while you were congressman for a blip, or congresswoman for a blip of a time for a couple months? Why didn't you start raising money for your reelection? 2, all right, you said there was more passion by Democrat voters in 18. Really? Did you miss the one where you beat Ossoff? The DCCC poured, what, $1 billion, $500 million? I don't know what it was in there. Okay, did you miss that? And by the way, in 2018, if you're blaming, here is Karen Handel blaming Donald Trump supporters, Republicans that didn't come out, for her loss. Well, how about this, Karen? The president swooped in on Air Force One to this airport down in Macon, Georgia. Yes. 2 days before the election against Stacey Abrams. Stacey Abrams had the best ground game in America to steal an election. Not the best ground game in America to get elected, but she had the best ground game in America to steal an election. Liberal judges, supporters, whatever you want to do, she was set up to steal that election. And Trump swooped in Macon 2 days before. And Karen, by the way, let me remind you, 30,000 people drove to Macon, Georgia. That's where we're going to get into the next rally. 30,000 people drove to Macon, Georgia, Karen. And President Donald Trump got up there to rally at that airport with 30,000 people on. And you know what he did? He grabbed Brian Kemp up there and he said, hey, this needs to be the next governor. I like this guy right here. And guess what? Brian Kemp's governor of the state of Georgia. Karen, okay? So let me just say to you, maybe if you got your ass in the car and drove to Macon and said, Mr. President, can you put me on the same stage and say, we need Karen Handel back in Congress? Because see, for some reason, Trump didn't put you on stage and you didn't get asked back to Congress by the President of the United States and you didn't go. But now you want to blame. There were 200,000. There were 200,000 statewide hard Republicans. Hard Republicans. That maybe then you're not a hard Republican. That were Trump supporters that voted in 2016 that did not come out to vote in 2018. And that was just a function of resources being put on the ground game to turn out people. And it just wasn't there. It wasn't there in Metro Atlanta. She's totally wrong. She's absolutely a terrible candidate. She turned against the president the minute she got to Washington, D.C. When she campaigned, she tried to go step for step to be as liberal as she could with Lucy McBath. And she disavowed President Trump. If she'd have went down to Macon with President Trump, she may still be Congresswoman today. So let's go to another story here, okay? Who is in the 6th Congressional District? Because I'm going to start trying to get some people on here because I will invite Karen Handel. But I'm going to tell you now, I cannot interview Karen Handel without saying why did you disavow the president, and why are you blaming Trump supporters for your loss if you think you're going to win? See, what she thinks, before I get off this, what she thinks is she's going to win the primary because she's Karen Handel. Oh, she's going to win the primary. I'm Karen Handel. I've got the ground game. I know how to run. Yes, she knows how to run. But I'll tell you what, she has a problem winning the job, and when she wins it, she can't keep it. Okay? She gets fired pretty fast by the voters. That being said, all right, blaming Trump supporters, she thinks she's going to be the nominee, and she thinks come this fall, come in November, when President Trump wins next November, Georgia, that people will go in and say, Trump, Karen Handel. That's what she thinks. So be careful. So we got to get rid of Lucy McBath. I got to backtrack just a little bit. Just a little bit. Go to number 20. So we got to get rid of Lucy McBath. She is the Democrat poster child that we have to get rid of. Number 21 is Karen Handel, bad candidate. Now let's go to number 22, Brandon Beach. We're going to go 22, 23, and then 24, okay? So number 22 is Karen. So who is in the race? Number 21 is Karen, okay? Number 22 should be Brandon Beach. Am I right? He is a state senator, all right? We can look more into Brandon Beach, number 22, all right? Let's see. Brandon Beach, state senator. The Alpharetta businessman has served in the legislation since 2013, where he represents North Fulton District, the former chief executive of North Fulton Chamber of Commerce. Beach has highlighted his support for job training initiatives and tax cuts on the campaign trail. So we're going to look at him as he is on the list. There's two candidates. I'm not endorsing anybody here. Obviously, I'm not a I'm not a Karen Handel fan. Let's go to number 23. All right. But there's two candidates I want you to take a good look at. Former merchant mariner Nicole Rodden. I tell you what, she got a 3-minute video. Find her. I really enjoyed her video. She's on the Republican ticket. Brandon Beach is running on the Republican ticket. Rodden is a political newcomer who entered the contest in May with a pledge to be on the front lines of a new, more diverse Republican Party. Half Ecuadorian, half Greek, Rodden says she'll break the mold for the GOP and help bring a new face and a fresh perspective to Washington. I want to try to get her on as soon as possible. So again, not endorsing candidates, but I think you want to take a look at her. And she has a great 3-minute video. I already told you that. And then the last candidate I want to highlight this morning is number 24. And number 4 is businesswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene. Okay. Green owns Taylor Commercial, a commercial construction company started by her father 5 decades ago. Milton, a mother of 3, says Congress needs to right America's fiscal course by slashing government spending and passing legislation to replace federal, personal, and corporate income taxes with a national retail sales tax. So you start looking at those candidates. So you've got 20. We have to get her out, and we got to work on it. But Karen Handel, number 21, I'm going to end with saying she's a terrible candidate. So that's a 6th district. We're going to work on that. Every day we're going to work on some of the state and local things that are happening. Take us to the short break, and we're going to come back. We're going to talk about the rally last night, GM strike, and a couple more things to close out the show this morning. Quick break.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
The summer truck event is here at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. So come get a payload of savings on Georgia's favorite trucks, like over $11,000 off new Silverado crew cabs, or more than $6,000 off Colorado crew cabs. Every Chevy truck and SUV is discounted for this special event. Don't miss out. The summer truck event at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevy trucks always cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Had to run inside real quick, DJ, and get a chocolate chip cookie. Yeah, that's what you got to do. There you go. There's the phone number. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Now, we just got a couple minutes here, and we got to wrap up. So last night, the President of the United States held a rally. All right. Now, Democrats cannot get anybody to come out. Now, they're going to tell you that as soon as they get a candidate, as soon as they get a candidate and the convention's over, and as soon as they get a candidate, convention's over, they're going to tell you that they're going to get as big, if not bigger, crowds than President Trump. Okay, fine. Good for you. Go for it. But they do not know how to report. They think that Biden is having little coffee talks with 25 and 30 people. No, Biden can't get people to show up. Buttigieg will give a speech at some festival where the people are already there, and they will wander in. Okay, they will wander in and hold on. I want to close some of this stuff out so I can get to my pictures that I want. So they will tell you that sorry about that, folks. But they can't get anybody to come to the rallies. That's my opinion. There's no enthusiasm. People don't drive. And that's the point I want to make this morning before I close here. Trying to get my picture straight here. Okay. So President of the United States goes to New Mexico, where he did lose to Hillary Clinton by 8 points. And let's go through number one, and then I'm going to explain something here. Here's the President of the United States in New Mexico. Look at the crowd. This place is packed. All right. Let's go to the second one. Number two. Latinos for Trump. Look at the place. Absolutely packed. Look at the excitement. Look at the energy. You can see it in the picture. You can see right in the picture the energy, right? Let's go to number three. All right. Now let's go outdoors. Okay. So Trump picks these places that, for example, in New Mexico, to where this is the crowd outside that cannot get in. When the President of the United States campaigns and holds these rallies, a couple things happen. Number one, people drive. They drive hours. Some drive 2 days. Some go and stand in line for 24, 30, 48 hours. So when Trump holds a rally in an area that basically doesn't even have enough support, I guess, in that particular area, people, when I say support, let's just say, let me just rephrase that. What I'm getting at is people put effort into going. They drive, spend the night. There they are. Now, they are not at the New Mexico State Fair. They're not at the New Mexico State Fair. This is not fairgrounds close to the New Mexico State Fair where they wander over. This is not at the largest public park on a stage in New Mexico. And the point being here is you got to look at the effort being put that Trump supporters put in. So if 20,000 people show up at a Trump rally, I'm going to tell you there's 10 more that want to go. And this scares the hell out of Democrats. This is an energized crowd. 20,000, when you hear 20,000 at a Trump rally, there's 10 more that want to go. So what is 10 times 20,000? That's exactly right. Scares the hell. Now, last night, Elizabeth Warren, all right, number 5, was in New York. And then over the top shot of the crowd. All right. Now, one, she's in a park. We'll show you that in a minute. She's in a park. All right. And in that park, she's 3 miles from her. So let's back. There's a picture of number 5. Okay. Here's a picture of number 5. Hold on, let me make sure. Let me check on something. All right. You said I'm cutting in and out, so I want to take. So sorry about that, folks. Here's number 6. And here is Elizabeth in the park. And There you go. Remember when Biden launched his campaign? I'm going somewhere with this. Sorry about the fumbling. Remember when Joe Biden, former vice president, launched his campaign in Philadelphia? Remember that? And he couldn't even get 2,500 people. They made up the number in Philadelphia. He launched it. And I said to you that day on the show, he's in Philadelphia, one of the most liberal cities in the United States, a Democrat city, the city where Mitt Romney didn't get a vote. People could have just come down the elevator in these big buildings and walked outside, but nobody showed up for Biden. Now, they're trying to present you that these people showed up for Elizabeth Warren. It's not true. Now, her campaign is releasing over 20,000. They can't figure estimates of 20,000 right now. Nobody can really say that. And this is a public park where people are wandering in on a beautiful night. Now, in the Northeast, absolutely beautiful night. And these people are out in a park. And they hear this woman screech that she's going to end corruption. And they gather in to see, hey, who is this lady? In New York City, of all places. Simple. Nobody drove in. Everybody you see in this crowd, number 6, nobody drove in. Nobody drove from Connecticut. Nobody drove, maybe one person from Connecticut. Nobody drove for 2 days. Nobody went into the city and got a hotel. Nobody lined up for 48 hours with their chair. Nobody. But we're going to go into, I'll read it in a minute, but the media here, and I'm going to go here just a second. MSNBC this morning. My pictures are running slow. Very sorry about that. MSNBC this morning. They started Joe and Minka, the two evil ones, bragging about Elizabeth Warren and her rally last night. Oh, yes, absolutely bragging about it. And I'm getting there right now. Here it is. Let's go to number 30. Give me 30. Now, if you look down at the timestamp in a moment, more in the corner, Warren promises to tackle government corruption in New York City rally. These people are excited. At 6 o'clock this morning, they did not open with the Trump rally. You look in the bottom, the timestamp. Oh, they went on for 14 minutes. Number 31. Warren promises to tackle government corruption in New York City rally. 6:05. Number 32. Right? There's a picture of the crowd. Number 32. Now, they opened up at 6 a.m. and they got about 11 minutes on how big this crowd was. All right? Look at number 33, MSNBC. Event, Trump holds rally in New Mexico. Event part of effort to turn state red in 2020 election. If you could look in the morning, if you could look in the corner, it is 6:14. 6:14 is when they put the first picture up and talked about the first time about Trump's rally last night. I'm just telling you. All right. It is they attacked the president of the United States at his inauguration from day one about that crowd size. And here they are fabricating as much as they can on a crowd size that did not happen. Politicus USA, okay? And Politicus USA has a homepage. They got the Russian scandal you can follow at all times. They've got a tag. You can Politicus USA. You can click on Trump administration scandals. Obviously this is straight anti-Trump, but here it is. Over 20,000 turnout for Elizabeth Warren's anti-corruption rally 3 miles from Trump Tower. All right. during a major speech at a rally in New York on Monday night. A massive crowd of 20,000 turned out to hear Elizabeth Warren tear into the unprecedented corruption of the Trump era. No, they wandered through the park. Okay. So let me get to some end all stuff that I want to do. I'm not getting to everything. So let me make sure I'm number 8, GM is still on strike. Okay. Number 8, GM on strike. 17. Okay. I get time to get it on. I got into some other things. Number 17, this should be totally over the top of me. Here it is from the website, United States House of Representatives Committee on the Judiciary, Washington. Committee on the Judiciary witness list, okay? At 1 p.m. today, Tuesday, September 17, 2019, in the Rayburn House Office Building. The subject for today, presidential obstruction of justice and abuse of power. Corey Lewandowski, Rick Dearborn, and Robert Porter. And we know Robert Porter and Rick Dearborn, but there is exactly, if you can go to the, go there, you can check out what's going on. Let me remember right here to wrap up this morning. We'll talk about that. Picture is so slow. Number 26, they're going nuts over it. White House blocks 2 former aides from testifying before House Judiciary Committee. Lewandowski will be there, okay? And let's just see what they all said this morning on their little bylines. Give me number 37, okay? Trump impeachment hearing. 4 a.m., 5 o'clock in the morning. Boom, we're going to talk about Trump impeachment hearing. Are they impeaching him? I don't know. Number 38. No, number 38, past 38. So let's just go in right with the impeachment, the takedown of a president, a coup. It's nonstop 7 days a week. Number 39. Manhattan DA subpoenas 8 years of Trump's tax records, so they could get Michael Cohen up there to testify with the tax records of the corruption of Trump and paying the little porn star and the Playboy bunny with the fuzzy white tail. Is it legal for New York Attorney General to subpoena your accounts? And number 40, Manhattan DA subpoenas Trump's tax returns in probe of hush money payments. Wonder. Bill Clinton hush money payments, Joe Biden's hush money payments. No time. Just a couple minutes left. Number 41, we did this earlier, but we're doing the little it's time for impeachment. Nadler judiciary too busy impeaching Trump to focus on Kavanaugh claims. Too busy. And then number 42, Nadler says, we have our hands full with impeaching the president right now. Well, wait a minute. Are you impeaching the president or not? Hold on. I got a couple more I want to get here. Here are the guys that will not show up. Executive order from the White House or executive privilege number 49. White House blocks 2 former aides from testifying before House Judiciary Committee. Is it the guy in the red tie, the one that was smacking around his ex-wife and whatever? I don't know. Just saying. Let's see. Number 53, CNN in here. CNN this morning. They all got the same line every morning. White House tells Lewandowski not to answer questions. Asserts immunity for Dearborn and Porter. Okay, here's number 54, just showing you the bylines, 1:08 in the morning, Pacific time, 4 o'clock in the morning, man. This is what they jumped out of the box with. White House tells them to keep their mouths shut, and 2 of them are not going to show up. Let's go with one on Iran here, number 55, Trump trapped between impulses on Iran. He's trapped, okay. Number 57, Trump trapped on Iran. Now, let me just say this before we close. All right. We got a couple minutes. Leave Trump trapped on Iran. Let's just say here really quick. Okay. Yemen, right? The Houthi rebels or whatever their name is. That's a band. Should be a band. The Houthi rebels, Yemen, right? Iran blows up half of Saudi's oil production, right? And somehow our evil, unpatriotic, okay, media has placed Iran on top of everything in our country. So I wish they would go there. I wish all the transgenders would go there. I wish all the gays would go there. I wish you would move to Iran tomorrow. Let them cut your hand off. Let them hang you. You know, women, let them kill you over in Iran because you tried to drive a car or whatever. I know you're yelling, well, Saudi Arabia is not much better. I'm just saying. Somehow our hashtag deep state corporate corrupt media has put Iran above our country. Let's close with this. I think we should close with this quite often. Number 19. Number 19. Hell yes, I'm coming for your AR-15. And I have noticed all the jokes around the internet that I absolutely love that says this guy right here, Francis O'Rourke, has been the best AR-15 salesman of the month. He won salesman of the month. I think that's really funny every time I see that. And let's go with this one right here. I would almost prefer you do what they call the tell-all book. Okay. I'd prefer you do the book than this right here. Number 27. That was bad. That was bad. I don't know what you were thinking when you went out there. Very, very bad. Do not go on Dancing with the Stars. Just bad. Let me look at something before we go. I want to make sure that maybe we're not missing a headline. And because Trump will do, the president of the United States will do something between 10 and 11, so Rush Limbaugh can do 3 hours on it. I know how he works and how Rush works, which I like. But all right, not seeing anything major here to put up. Have a Israel big election. Will Bibi make it? I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. And we will be back tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Take us out of here.